Number one tonight being brought to you by Brian's Tire as the demo derby cars roll into the ring. You'll see in the number 53 car, Mike Doherty from New Philadelphia. In the 25, also from New Philly, John Schott. In the 747, the Pride of Tusky, Todd Shupp. Somebody says, please call him a hottie toddy. I have no idea what that means. In the 777, Bill Weisgarber from New Philadelphia. In the 57, Dwayne Wright from Uricksville. In the Alice House from Dundee. In New Cumberstown, Doug Bruckner. In the US1, Dover's Bobby Nelson. In the 199, Kyle Grill, New Philadelphia. And in the 12 car tonight, Brian Kerr from Uricksville. This is the Brian's Tire Heat number one of the Demolition Derby tonight from the Tuscarawas County Fair.
Hey, Matt.
How high? How far?
Just about there. Right over here this way.
Looking at 9 cars, that's 9 cars, in our Brian's Tire Heat number one tonight. So we got 2 cars locked up on the west side of the Derby ring. That's the 747 of Todd Shupp and the 88K Alice House trying to break free from one another. Struggling to do just that. And while you wait for the smoke to clear, you can look for your JD Byrider t-shirt being fired up in the grandstand tonight. The great folks at JD Byrider, West 3rd Street in Dover, our premier sponsor of the Demolition Derby this evening. So several minutes into this bad boy, our Brian's Tire Heat number one. We got a few people trying to get their vehicles restarted. Everybody's still alive. Again, the only thing you're watching for, provided you can see through that smoke that's flying into the grandstand. Drivers are not allowed to hit each other in the door. That's why you see the driver's side doors painted orange. Once the vehicle is stopped, it has 3 3 minutes to get restarted. Car up in the northwest corner of the Derby ring has Gold Bad Boy, obviously in trouble. Trying to get her fired back up in the 88J Alice House from Dundee. Still out there rolling around in the 777, Gold White Scarper from New Philadelphia. 747. Todd Shump from New Philly. Kyle Ruel from New Philadelphia in the 199. In the US one, Bobby Nelson from Dover. And in the 53, Mike Doherty from New Philadelphia, along with John Schott. That's John Schott in the 25. Sponsor heat number 1 tonight. You're getting a good look at that extended version of heat number 1. And so many of these bad boys still out there rolling and rocking around. We've got a temporary stoppage. Somebody seeing the flames. That's coming out of the 53 car of Mike Doherty from New Philadelphia. Mike Doherty's 53. Every year. We've got 5 cars left. Got them up 5 cars left. In the US 1, Bobby Nelson from Dover. And the 747 is Todd Shupp out of Tusky. And the 777, my next door neighbor of sorts, Mr. Bill Weisgarber. Last but certainly not least, in that 199, the gray, up on the north side of the Derby ring, that's Kyle Ruel from New Philadelphia. So Bill, Todd, Kyle, and Bobby out in the ring. Bobby right now is in the middle in his US 1, takes a shot from Todd Shump in that 747. Now Todd switches that bad boy from reverse to drive and deals out some punishment to Kyle Ruel from New Philadelphia in the 199. Todd Shump ramming into that Bill Weisgarber car over on the east side of the Derby ring. Bill says, I got to get out of here before Don whacks me around doing one more time. Meanwhile, Todd backing up. And Bobby Nelson trying to get his car out of the middle of that Derby ring. And before he can do so, Bill Weisgarber gives him a shot to the front side. Now Todd bumping into the back side of Bill's vehicle. So we got those three guys squaring off. Kyle Ruel from New Philadelphia, the 199, trying to get it restarted before his 3 minutes expire. This is heat number 1 of many tonight for you as we wrap up the 2008 Tuscarawas County Fair. Fairgrounds in Dover. It's been a beautiful week. All week for weather-wise. After that wild windstorm we had 1 week ago. Hopefully your power is back on. You see Todd slamming to the backside of Bill Weisgarber. That's the 747 striking the 777. Now Bobby Nelson sandwiches himself in between those two. I don't know, that was the widest move in the world. So these three gentlemen fighting for the top spot in heat number 1 tonight. Attention drivers for heat 2. All our drivers in heat number 2, please report to your cars. All drivers for heat number 2, please report to your cars. Drivers for heat 2. Now, when you come to the Demolition Derby, what you pay to see these guys out there smashing and crashing for a seeming length of eternity. Right now, looks like we've got Todd Shump and Bill Weisgarber as Bobby Nelson tries to get that US 1 restarted up. White, painted with the red, white, and blue letters and numbers. Todd Shump in that 747 takes a shot for Bill Weisgarber in the 777. He had it in reverse. Those two sort of exchange glancing blows out of the middle of the Derby ring. Like a battle of heavyweight boxers. If you're old enough to remember Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier going toe-to-toe, that's what Todd Shump and Bill Weisgarber are doing down in the middle of the Derby ring, trying to chase down that championship in heat number 1 tonight. Bill trying to get that bad boy back in gear. Trying to get that bad boy started and in motion. And he's got to drive that car to work tomorrow, the 777 down at Tuscarawas Insurance. That is your wrap-up for the Bryant's Tire Heat number 1. Tire heat number 1 tonight. Finishing in 4th place in the 199, Kyle Gruel from New Philadelphia. Finishing in 3rd, driving the US 1 from Dover, Bobby Nelson. Finishing in 2nd in the 777 out of New Philadelphia, Bill Weisgarber. And taking home top honors in our Brian's Tire heat number 1 tonight, from Tusky, Todd Shaw. Number 1 with the dandy, brought to you by Brian's Tire in this JD 5-rider demolition derby. Time now for heat number 2 tonight. Heat number 2. And we got a bunch of drivers in this bad boy. The 21 Joe Expanchi from Dover in the live 4. Gary Snyder from Federal City. And the 21 Daniel Heron from Uritzville. In the 67 Uritzville Shane Hope. And the 02, Carl Gerber from Dover. And the 17, Eric Whited from New Philadelphia. And the 23, Dover, Stacy Hoffman. In the 15, Nick Luke from Denison. In the 69, S&M, Sean Craven from Genate. The 23, Sissy Cohen from Uritzville. And the 22, Rick Kutschel from Sheriffville. And the 47, Scott Horaceberger from New Philly. Dover's Scott Miner in the 16. Number 27, Newcomerstown, Nick Grodruck in the 31, George Foreman from New Philadelphia. And in the 357, David Hill from New Philadelphia. Heat number 2 tonight being brought to you by Wanzer Excavating and Landscaping. We got a bunch of cars jammed into the Derby ring for the Wanzer Excavating and Landscaping, heat number 2. Once that green light lights up, they'll be ready and going at one another. And away they go. We only got one done knocked to the wall up on the east side of the Derby ring. Rider 2008 Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby, heat number 2 tonight, brought to you by Wanzer Excavating and Landscaping. If you need a bumper, we've got about 3 laying out in the middle of the Derby ring. So if you see one that looks good with your car, feel free to come out and pick them up after the heat. Still got most of our cars out there. Whamming, bamming, and jamming in the Derby ring. is the second of 7 each tonight. The second of 7 each are Demolition Derby. Closes out the grandstand entertainment each and every year during the Tuscarawas County Fair. We got more pieces and parts laying out in the ring than I think I've ever seen at one time. We got bumpers, we got grills, we got back ends, we got front ends. Number 2 brought to you by Lonzo Excavating and Landscaping. And we've got a number of people sort of trying to get those bad boys restarted or having already thrown in the towel. We'll try and run down who we got still moving out in the Derby ring after this momentito. David Hill from New Philadelphia, he's in a 357, he's got it in reverse. Just hit right down there on the south side of the Derby ring, the 27th car, driven by Nick Food Trucks in Cumbertown. In the red 31, that's George Foreman from New Philadelphia. I think George got a big cheering section out there. Going a little bit forward, a little bit backward over on the west side of the Derby ring. The red 16 painted on top of the white car. That's Scott Miner from Dover. And remember what our judges are watching for, and you can watch for the very same thing. You can see David Hill in the 357, put her in reverse and lay it into the 31 car of George Foreman. Simply watching for cars once they stall out and cannot move to get their vehicles restarted within 3 minutes. The judges watching for that, and no driver's side door hits are allowed at any time. In the 16 car, the Scott Minor Dover. 27 still trying to get break free, get that bad boy going, get a road truck from Newcomerstown. And the 31, it's New Philadelphia's George Foreman. And David Hill from New Philadelphia in the 357 just tapped into first. Hit the Foreman car. It's heat number 2 tonight. We got 7 heats of demo derby action for you, including band and front. Here comes George Foreman from behind, laying on that David Hill car over here on the west side of our derby ring.
I'll bring you something back.
So right now, friends, looks like we're down to 2. David Hill and George Foreman. George in that red 31, David in the 357. Y'all, did George win a heat back in the summer? All our drivers for heat number 3 tonight. Attention, all drivers for heat number 3. Heat number 3, please report to your vehicles so we can get you ready and raring to go once this lots of excavating and landscaping heat number 2 comes to a close. All drivers for heat number 3, please report to your vehicles now.
I'm taking you all.
George Foreman from New Philadelphia, he's in that red car. David Hill from New Philadelphia in the other one. We're going to stop things here momentarily to some of the folks from the middle of the city. Volunteer fire department, come on out. To George back at him on the north side of the derby ring. George sort of great screen from David Hill. For all intents and purposes, what you're going to look for at this point in time, David trying to get that car restarted. Whichever driver has the last hit will be the judges' determining time-breaking factor here in heat number 2. So, wondering why Dave just wave his hand. Well, you know, we got money, we got trophies on the line. And that's going to bring heat number 2 to a close tonight. For the Lanza Excavating and Landscaping, heat number 2 tonight, finishing in 4th place in the 16 car from Dover, Scott Minor. Finishing in 3rd in the 27 from Newcomerstown, Nick Road Truck. Finishing in 2nd in the 357, New Philadelphia's David Hill. And finishing in 1st place in the 31 car, also from the New Philly area, George Foreman. Being brought to you by the folks at Ryan's Tire. Ryan's Tire bringing you heat number 3 tonight. We've got some outrageous amount of cars here in this heat number 3. They roll into the Derby ring. Among those you'll see, and the J24 Jet Hub from Urexville. In the 63, New Phillies Greg Smart. In the 21, Travis Johnson from New Philadelphia. In the 37, Justin Riley from Beach City. In the 66, Dover's Brandon Walker. In the 77, Kyle Dickerhoop from Strasburg. In the 90, Phil Jones from Newcomerstown. In the 3380, Donald Vanderpool from Newcomerstown. In the 79, Eric Brokaw from New Philadelphia. In the 69, Tyler Boydnott from Urexville. In the U812, Charles Stout from Dover. And the 91, Jeremy King from Port Washington. Sean Ellishouse in the 76 from Dundee. And the 4214 from New Philly, Mike Foley. And the number 4, John Ellishouse from Dundee. And the 42, Frank Quansman from Newcomerstown. And in the 114 from Newport, John Baker. This is heat number 3. So immediately slammed into that Derby wall over here on the west side of our Derby ring. Just as quickly moving off it in the 63 car, Greg Smart from New Philadelphia. Number 3 tonight from the JD Ryrider Demo Derby of Service Appliance Tire. You can see there's mud flying, car parts flying, smoke flying. That's what you want to see when you come to a Demo Derby. These guys all going at it in our heat number 3, the third of 7 tonight. We got a number of cars already on the stall out, and several more still moving around in that Derby ring. We'll try and run them down for you. And the 21J car, that's Travis Johnson from New Philadelphia. Meanwhile, in the 90, Bill Jones from Newcomerstown. In the 79, Eric Brokaw from New Philadelphia. the 77. I believe Kyle calling on the luck of the Lord with 2 crosses upon the top of his vehicle tonight. Maybe not a bad idea on a Sunday. Also still out there rocking and rolling in the 42. It's Frank Brunsman from Newcomerstown. Looking for the top 4 finishers in each heat tonight, the top 4 finishers. This is heat number 3 of 7. Brought to you by Brian's Tires. See Brian, a proud sponsor of the 42 car as well. Frank Brunsman from Newcomerstown. Frank, still out there rolling around the Derby ring, and right in the middle of the ring we got a 3-way lockup between the 90, the 91, and the 21 that Mr. Brunsman just broke apart. That's Bill Jones from Newcomerstown in the 90, Jeremy King from Port in the 91, and the 21J from New Philly, Travis Johnson. Time in this Brian's Tire heat number 3 to give you a rundown who we still got rolling around the Derby ring. Most of them up on the north side of the ring right now. You see Frank Brunsman, that black and yellow 42 slam into the 90 car. Black with white numbers and lettering from Bill Jones out of Newcomerstown. And then 91, it's Jeremy King from Port. So Mr. Brunsman and Jones up in the northwest corner of the Derby ring right now. The red flags and the red light fly. So we done got something flammable we got to take care of. Flies, we're back at it in this Brian's Tire heat number 3. Jeremy King from Port Washington in the 91. So up on the north side of the Derby ring, as mentioned, we got Jeremy King in the 91. It's Jeremy King in the 91 and the 21. But there's OJ beside it. Travis Johnson from New Philadelphia. So Travis and Jeremy mixing it up, and it looks like it's going to be those two guys going for our top two spots in this heat number 3 tonight. A service all my good friends of the grandstand of Brian's Tire. So Travis sort of sitting all over by his lonesome. Or to get one of those momentary red flags. It's some type of something going on. Has come to a close. We will have your official results for heat number 3 coming up in just a moment. Your official results for heat number 3. On heat number 3, finishing in 4th place in car number 90. In car number 90, finishing in 4th from Newcomerstown, Bill Jones. Finishing in 3rd, also from Newcomerstown, in the 42, Frank Brunsman. Finishing in 2nd, he drove the 21J from New Philadelphia. Say congratulations to Travis Johnson. And finishing in 1st place in our heat number 3 tonight, in the 91 car, the pride of Fort, Jeremy King. Heat number 4 tonight, heat number 4. Obviously, as you can see before your very eyes, a truck heat tonight. And that's being brought to you by Renner and Daughter Concrete. And the folks at the 250 Split Bar and Grill, a great place to stop anytime for a burger or any of those icy cold adult beverages that you love so much. Heat number 4 tonight for those folks rocking and rolling in heat number 4. In the 8th, Donnie Cohen from Denison. In the 332, Shelby Shuff from Tusky. In the 747, you got Todd Shuff from Tusky. And the 117, Billy Stoll from Newcomerstown. And the 6th, Michael Barnes, also from Newcomerstown. And the 8th, Brian Wright from Dover. And in the 57, Andrew Burkhart from Dover as well. A truck heat for you, and it's being brought to you by our friends at Renner and Daughter Concrete. And the 250 Split Bar and Grill heat number 4 tonight. Todd Shuppen, that 747. Todd was our winner in Heat 1 tonight, stuck on the wall. Just got off that bad boy. In the 332, that's Shelby Shupp. You got a pair of number 8s out there in the ring. So we're going to run down who's who for you, who's moving, who's not moving. You've got your eyes locked onto the Rudder and Daughter Concrete and 250 split bar and grill. Heat number 4 tonight, trucks out at our Derby ring. Trying to get that bad boy restarted over here on the south Derby wall. And then number 8, that is Brian Wright from Dover. Meanwhile, still moving in our second number 8. And Donnie Cohen from Denison. Donnie's right in the middle of the Derby ring right now. Tangling with Shelby Shupp from Tusky at the 332. And Donnie just gave Shelby a nasty shot, and in return he gets a shot from Todd Shupp. So it's Shupp times 2 out in the middle of the Derby ring, and now Donnie again backing into Shelby. Todd getting ready to make a run, and Donnie, whoops, he hit Shelby. We're going to have problems down in Tusky now. Shelby and Donnie banging around up there in the northeast corner of the ring, and Todd comes chasing that way and bumps into Donnie's truck. So Todd, Shelby backing into Donnie, and Donnie trying to get out of that corner. Sort of down with that concept of don't ever get caught in the corner like in boxing. Heat number 4 tonight. And right now, you got the 2 Shupps moving. Todd at the 747. Todd goes looking for Shelby. Todd trying to go 2 for 2 tonight in winning Derby heats. Todd, what you would call a wily veteran of these Derby events. Shelby and Todd mixing it up. I don't know what that was, but you don't got to be Cooter from the Dukes of Hazzard to know that did not sound good for somebody's vehicle. So the Shupp's doing a little do-si-do out there in the middle of the Derby ring. Todd in that darker purple 747, and Shelby in the 332, the lighter purple or lavender if you're for the pastel type. I don't think there's too many people in the Derby that are the pastel type, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Todd, Shelby continuing to mix her up, trying to figure out who's going to take home this top spot at heat number 4 tonight from Rudder and Daughter Concrete and the folks at the 250 Split Bar and Grill sponsoring this truck heat tonight. Todd going to get a nice run at it here. Cheer them on now. Come on, what'd you come to see here? Shelby pretty good at moving that car in reverse now. They're locked up only for a moment. In our northwest corner of the Derby ring. Now my sources down in Tusky indicate this is how Todd and Shelby drive down 416 on a regular basis. We got that red flag waving, the red lights light up with the folks from the Mineral City Fire Department.
He's out of there.
Our second consecutive truck team coming your way now. Heat number 5 tonight. You'll see driving in the 00 Corey Downing from Denison. In the 22, Steve Shupp from Jamaica. In the 14, Bogdane from Dover. And the 922 are Paul Robinson from New Philadelphia. In the 83, Chuck Gerber. In the 22, Nicholas Nebo from New Philly. In the 4, Joe Fucus from New Philly. In the 11, 8, Zach Hoffman from Baltic. And in the 199, Chris Kaiser from Dover. This is heat number 5, our second consecutive truck heat tonight. Brought to you by the 250 Split Bar and Grill in Redderin, Tottercon 3. Number 5 tonight being brought to you by the 250 Split Bar and Grill and Veteran Color Concrete Trucks in Action. And of course, what you're pretty much locked in and loaded and looking for at this point is who's got the last hit. We get the top 4 finishers in each heat tonight. Started with 9 in this bad boy, heat 5 of 7, then we got a free-for-all championship run at the end of those 7 heats. Official results coming up here in just a moment. Your official results from heat number 5, our second truck heat tonight. Brought to you this evening as a part of the JD Byrider 2008 Demolition Derby by the 250 Split Bar and Grill and Veteran Color Concrete. Finishing in 4th place in the 11-8 from Baltic, Zach Hoffman. So congratulations to Zach, finishing in 3rd place in the 199. Chris Kaiser from Dover. Finishing in 2nd place in the 00 from 922 Country, Corey Downing from Denison. And finishing in 1st place in the 22, Nicholas Sabo from New Philadelphia. As you can see, our band heat in the band this evening being brought to you by Dave Vance Electric. Dave Vance Electric bringing you our band tonight, heat number 6 in the JD Byrider Demolition Derby. You will see in the 103, William Sanders from Uricksville. In the 130, Michael Kamanka of Dover. In the 93, Michael Ronald from Tusky. In the Y4, Gary Snyder from Metro City. In the 911, Randy Porter from Dover. The 03, Chad Smith from Dover. The 43, Otto Copoli from Port. To the 33. I'm not the type to really come right out and show favoritism, but Otto Palilli and the SpongeBob SquarePants at 43. I mean, you gotta root for SpongeBob SquarePants. So Otto still cranking it out. in the 43. In the 911, that's Randy Porter from Dover. Meanwhile, in the Y4, Gary Snyder from Mineral City in the 33. Got Todd Walker from Sheriffsville. Also rolling out there in the 53, you got Michael Rommel from Kentucky. We tell you who the top 4 finishers are in each derby tonight. This is heat number 6. As you can see, our band tonight being brought to you by Band Electric. So stuck up over now on the cement block in that Y4 right by the Derby ring entrance. That's Gary Snyder from Mineral City. Also still out there, rolling around the ring in the 529, still got Aaron Shady. Three of our bands up there in the northeast corner of the Derby ring is going looking for him in that 33, Todd Walker, Sheriffsville. Now all 4 of them sort of stuck up in that corner and backing out towards the east side of the Derby ring. That's Todd in the 33, Michael Ronald and Tusky in the 53. Meanwhile in that 529, see you right up on the north side with that orange reflective paint and the black and silver 529. Aaron Cheney from Kilbuck. And who lives in a pineapple under the sea is a 43. Right now, looks like we got 4. We got Otto Kalili, the SpongeBob 43, Aaron Cheney, the 529 from Kilbuck, Michael Ronald in the 53, currently locked up with Aaron Cheney, and in the 33, Sheriffsville's Todd Walker. So it's the 4 you've been looking at for the past minute or 2 in this Dave Vance Electric Band. Number 6 tonight, still battling it out for the top spot. Otto Kalili in the 43. And no, I'm not going to call him Squidward. Don't even ask me. In the 53, Michael Ronald from Tusky in the 33, Todd Walker from Sheriffsville, and Aaron Cheney and the 529 from Kilmark. So all four of those bad boys continue to go around the Derby ring, trying to finish off each other while being the last one standing in heat number 6 tonight. Up on the north side of the Derby ring, maybe it's something from your youth, Otto Lilly and Tom Walker from Sheriffsville. You just saw that nasty old collision with the 529 from Aaron Cheney, the 53. Michael Ronald from Tuscany. Now all four of those good old boys right as close to you as they can get. Michael Ronald, the 53, trying to get her started back up again. SpongeBob takes a bump to the backside from Todd Walker. Will finish in the top four. It's a question of where in the top four they will finish. Otto Lilly in the 43, Todd Walker from Sheriffsville in the 33, Aaron Cheney in the 529, and Michael Ronald from Tuscany in the 53. Trying to get that bad boy started back up. Remember, once they stall out, they got 3 minutes to get it started back up before they are disqualified. Right in the middle of the ring. Narrowly avoiding one another. Todd Walker in that silver 33 with the red lettering. Aaron Cheney in the 529. They meet back to back. And in so doing, and in reverse toward Otto Palilli into the yellow 43. 7 heats of demolition derby action tonight, followed by the free-for-all after heat 7. And Cheney backing again to the 33 van of Todd Walker from Sheriffsville. And Michael Ronald from Tuscany gets her started back up. You may be watching this going, well, he was sitting there, he wasn't well. He's got 3 minutes to get started back up. And judges had the stopwatches on, and Michael got it cranked up before that 3 minutes rolled by. Otto Palilli in the 43. And Michael Ronald in the 53 trying to get her fired up again. And Otto does that. SpongeBob lives. So Otto with that 43/SpongeBob machine. We got Todd Walker from the 33 over in Sherrinsville, Todd's in that silver van. And the 529 trying to get that bad boy rolling again. Aaron Shaney from Killbuck.
Sit down there and behave.
Aaron leaned over and trying to get that bad boy running once again. Right about now, Aaron's going, I need a pit crew. SpongeBob getting sandwiched, but I don't know how much getting sandwiched at 5.5 miles an hour bothers you. Michael Ronald gets him from one side, Todd Walker from Sherrinsville clips him from the other side. As Otto tries to get that SpongeBob mobile fired up and going again. Right now, Todd Walker from Sherrinsville looks to have the best running vehicle still out in our Dave Vance Electric. Man, heat number 6 tonight. I'll remind all of our drivers and all of our heats who are interested in the free-for-all, you just stop down and see one of the lovely ladies out on the first floor of the track tower. They will give you all the info you need and get you signed up and ready to go, and that free-for-all will follow heat number 7. Todd Walker from Sherrinsville's in the 33. Michael Ronald from Tusky in the 5-3. The Dave Vance Electric van heat number 6 tonight. Started up before that 3 minutes expired. As you can see, without being telling you, applying the shot to the back of the 53, Mike Ronald of Tusky. The spirit of SpongeBob living on and only for another moment or so. Still drinking a little bit. So is SpongeBob. SpongeBob is on the backside, drives Todd over to the West Derby ring. Are y'all chanting SpongeBob up there? What is going on? there chanting SpongeBob, don't think you're getting Krabby Patties after this if SpongeBob wins. Todd Walker from Sheridsville and Michael Ronald from Tusky just sort of locked up here and trying to get their respective vehicles started again. Here comes SpongeBob, trying to make sure he got that last hit in. It's heat number 6, the band. Heat tonight, a service of Dave Vance Electric. SpongeBob, a.k.a. Otto Palilli, trying to continue to do whatever fits the damage he can do at this point in time. I can guarantee you it wasn't Otto's idea to paint that thing SpongeBob style. So Todd got him going again in that 33. We might be here until Monday morning at about 12:05, the way these old boys are still running those 3 vans out there. So after Todd Walker applies that hit the Otto Palilli vehicle, they're both trying to get a little separated. Now there is some separation between those two competitors. Otto Palilli in the 43, Todd Walker in the 33. And no, I'm not going to call Todd Walker in the 33 Mr. Krabs. No, I'm not going to do that. Now, if you want to give me $10, I might call Todd Walker Mr. Krabs, but that's a whole other issue. Todd got her started up now, and he's going again. Again, Todd from the Sheridsville area. He and Otto Palilli continuing to mix it up. Otto in that yellow 43 with the SpongeBob insignia of motors all over. There comes Otto again. He's going to bump Todd in the back just when Todd was getting ready to slam her in reverse and go into Otto's car. Dave Vance Electric Band, heat number 6. All part of the J.D. Byrider Tuscarawas County Fair Demolition Derby tonight. Thanks so much for hanging around with us throughout the course of the evening. Nothing better than cheap entertainment tonight in the grandstand. But right now, it's Todd Walker from Sheridsville bumping into Otto's car. And Otto trying to get that SpongeBob mobile started up again. So our judges got a close eye. both sort of creeping along and kind of trying a line and see who can hit who. Otto Kalili driving the SpongeBob Mobile, and Todd Walker from Sherrinsville in the other vehicle tonight. As you can see, Todd's painted silver with that red lettering. So Todd applies that hit. That may have breathed a little life actually into SpongeBob.
I'll be home by 11.
Sherrinsville's Todd Walker in the 33, Otto Kalili in the SpongeBob Mobile. At this point, Otto's considering offering Todd the recipe for the Krabby Patty. Number 6 tonight, our fan heat being brought to you by Dave Vance Electric. Well, this time last week, we were all trying to recover from windstorms. Now y'all singing SpongeBob songs in the grandstand. What a difference a week makes. Todd Walker from Sherrinsville, Otto Kalili. Either one of those bad boys got the engine running right now, but it sounds like Todd got it cranked up again in that 3-3. Here comes SpongeBob at about 1.5 miles an hour. Where's that worthless Patrick to give you a jump start when you need it? Remind all our drivers at all heats tonight about the free-for-all coming up following heat number 7 as Otto and Todd continue to trade bumper taps. Todd in that 33 with the silver. Otto in that big yellow 4-3. you're a driver interested in that free-for-all competition, number 7 tonight, stop in and see one of the lovely ladies on the first floor of the track tower and get signed up. Yes, our judges do have stopwatches. They will time the vehicles out on once they stall and are not moving in the Derby ring. So not sort of guessing when 3 minutes is up. They've got it right down to the 10th of a second. They're watching for who had the last hit. So both these old boys trying to get enough power to get separated. From heat number 6 in the Dave Vance Electric van heat tonight, finishing in the top 2, as you saw that extended knockdown out of the middle of the Derby ring. In the number 43, SpongeBob SquarePants Auto Lily finishes number 2. And finishing number 1 in the 33 from Sherridsville. Todd Walker. And Todd, you're just telling me it's been a little while since you've done this one with Teddy Boyknot from Uricksville. As you can see, we were nearly scrambling for our collective life up here in the track tower. mess of cars.
Big yellow car, you missed it.
That's the 31, Dennis Griffin from Bolivar. So Dennis just had that punishing hit to the 27 car, Eric Steely from Dover. Now you got Dennis chasing Teddy Boynton around that Derby ring in the right in the middle where you can put your eyes on food with no problem at all. Number 7 tonight. Been a dandy. One car going into the track tower. Violent collision, which we love. Everybody can see the demo. That was a 70 car. Teddy Boynton out to Europe. Whether in reverse engine. Dennis Griffin's car from Bolivar, and also the 27 rolling around. Over. So 3 battling for that top spot in our heat number 7 tonight. Want to remind all our drivers that you can get signed up to enter in the free-for-all. We have following heat number 7 in for drivers in the truck and the van heat. Truck and van heat. If we get enough drivers entered, we will have a free-for-all for truck and van drivers tonight. Again, that is pending the number of entries we have. We will have a free-for-all for truck and van entries. You don't need no stinking wheel to win the demo derby. Y'all seen those cars on World's Wildest Police Chases running pretty fast on 4 rims. See? Got Eric Steely and Teddy Boynton out, locking up over here on the west side of the Derby ring, and now Eric going backwards into the 31 car, Dennis Griffin of Bolivar. So unless Dennis can get her cranked up again, looks like we're down to Eric and Teddy. Again, we want to remind all our drivers from the 2 truck and the van heat, truck and the van heat, that if we get enough drivers enter from those 2 trucks and the van heat, we'll have a free-for-all for those categories as well. But you need to see the ladies on the first floor of the track tower. And get signed up, and we'll also have a free-for-all for car classes coming up following heat number 7 tonight. Drivers need to get signed up for that as well. The first floor of the track tower. Here comes Teddy Boynton. Teddy smashed into the backside of the Eric Steely car. Now Teddy gonna back her up again. That's over the Derby wall, and Mr. Steely says that's enough. 26 car, Doug Rufner, finishing in third in the 31, Dennis Griffin from Bolivar. In second in the 27, Doug Tinlin from Urexville. We apologize to Doug, had two 27s and had some trouble identifying those. And finishing in first place in the 70 from Urexville, Teddy Boitnott. And Teddy, we got sources everywhere in the fairgrounds. They tell us that you're a police officer, and what we want to know is, do you drive your cruiser the same way you drive your demo derby car?
No, because I wouldn't have a job.
Well, the police chief probably making notes somewhere. We'll find out the truth about that later. How many times have you raced in the derbies?
This is my 7th derby, first one I've ever placed, so it was a good one, I guess.
Now, you got banged up a little bit. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah. This ain't nothing.
Well, congratulations and good luck.
Yep, thank you.
And it's Teddy Boitnott, winner in our Genie and Sue's preschool. The JD Firefighters Championship Heat, not only wrapping up our 2008 Demolition Derby, but the entertainment as well. For the fair board certainly thanks you for your tremendous support in the grandstand and all throughout the 2008 Tuscarawas. The JD Firefighters Championship Heat. And immediately, y'all getting your money's worth. You're going to be talking about this derby for a long, 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 long time. He's okay. The question is, can he get his car started again? Back to flying, and we're quickly down to 5. Philadelphia in the 17 doing most of the damage out there right now, knocking cars all over the place. Eric thinking 620 going to do him good on Sunday night. Eric gets into the 3 cars over in the southeast corner of the Derby ring, backs it up, smacks it into that 119. And we believe to be Kyle Drewell from New Philadelphia up there on the north wall. Now both Kyle and Eric trying to get their vehicles started up. Same is true for the other folks down the corner. Eric's got it fired up again. And y'all who came to the J.D. Byrider Demolition Derby tonight did not, I repeat, did not get cheated out of your money. So while other 3 good old boys in the southeast corner still trying to get her going, and they're struggling to do that. Rick Cutshaw from Sherringsville, the 22. Charles Miller from Fort Washington at 77 CM. What we're simply waiting as we look upon this J.D. Byrider winner take all is, well, that's going to be it. We'll see whether the 119 can get her started. He could not, so a big congratulations heads out to our winner. And the J.D. Byrider winner takes all, that 17 car from New Philadelphia, Eric Whited. 747, the fly of Kentucky, Todd Stuck. Somebody says, please call him out of Philadelphia. 7 going right for Sherringsville. In the 88, they advertised from Dundee. The 76, Humberstown, Doug Switcher, in the U.S. wildcard tonight. Brian Kerr from Sherringsville. This is the bit. cars left. Down on the 5 cars left. Now my next door neighbor, of course, is the white car. But certainly not that 199 grade. I'm on the north side of the ring. That's how the world is Philadelphia. Bill, Todd, Kyle, Bobby out. Bobby right now. In the middle is US1. Todd Jefferson at 747. Now, moving that bad boy from first side. He'll back the front of the time to Philadelphia. The 199. Now, when you come to the demolition tournament, what you expect to see these guys out there smashing and crashing for a full length of eternity? Right now, it looks like we got time jumping to the white car. There's something else trying to get that US1 restarted up. White painted with the red, white, and blue letters and numbers. Time jumping at 747. Taking a shot for Bill White Star at 777. Reverse. Down the middle of the dirty range. Like a battle of heavyweight boxers. If you're old enough to remember, Bill White Star was doing down the middle of the dirty range. number 1 tonight. We'll try to get that back in the gear. Now the biggest thing we got no worries about is trying to get that bad boy started and motion. You got to drive that car to work the ball 7-7-7-9 Number 1 was that day, brought to you by Blind Tire, the 85 Riders Demolition Derby time now for heat number 2 tonight. Heat number 2. And we got a bunch of drivers for this grand boy. The 21 to go in with G from Dover, live for Gary Snyder from Federal City. And the 21, Daniel Herron from Uricksville. And the 57, Uricksville, Shane Holt. And the 02, Carl Gerber from Dover. And the 17, Eric White from Philadelphia. And the 23, Dover, Stacy Hoffman. And the 15, Nicole from Denison. And the 69, that's him. John Brown from the 8, and the 23, Tiffany Owen from Uricksville. And the 22, Rick Central from Sheriffsville. And the 47, Matt Morrisberger from New Philly. Dover, Scott Miner with 15. Number 27, New Summertown, Nick Rose, number 31, George Foreman from New Philadelphia. And in the 357, David Hill from New Philadelphia. Heat number 2 tonight, being brought to you by Lines Excavating and Landscaping. minutes. The judges want to have it. Driver's side door in. All allowed. in the U12. Charles down from Silver. The 91 Jerry Lee from Port Washington. Tom Down. The 76 from Dundee. The 42-14 from Usually Mike Foley. And the number 4 John Allentown from Dundee. And the 46 Frank Bronson from Newcomerstown. And then the 114 from Newport, John Baker. number 4 tonight coming down our Derby race. Brian has had one of the started over the road now. Don't ever get off the board while they get behind you. Right now, got the two chefs. 5 to 747. Not going to the gentlemen. I'm trying to go 2 for 2 tonight. And winning Jersey. We're calling it a wildly better of these Derby events. Show out there in the middle of the Don had Garber for 747. Shelby in the 330 field line for 4. The path belt that bar and for sponsoring construction tonight. Doc, I'm gonna nice slide here. Get them all down. Come on, put the truck here.